I'm Daniel. I'm here from the Gifted Center at Ashkelon, and I want to be a cardiolog surgeon. And I don't really know where and what are the criteria and everything.
Yeah. So, how old are you now?
I'm 15 years old right now. I will turn 16 in October.
And you're Israeli?
I'm Israeli. I'm born and raised here.
And you're speaking English. Did you speak English natively growing up?
No, my father and mother are from Iran. They're speaking Persian in home, but I learn English from TV and movies. Within half a year, I began to know English pretty fluently, and then my uncle came from England and teach me a little bit.
So you taught yourself English to this level in about 2 years?
In about half a year with TV shows and everything.
Yeah. So how long did it take? I guess how long did it take you to get to this level of fluency that we're having this conversation right now?
Well, to talk and the accent and how to talk and everything, it took me about 1.5 years because I also wanted to learn how to talk good and pretty slow, steady pace and everything. But to learn English, to understand enough and to go out there and speak, it took me about 8 months.
And that's incredibly fast language acquisition. But you are in a gifted program here. You also did some work here. What is the project that you are doing here in Ashkelon?
Well, I do a project at New Phase. New Phase is a startup developing treatment cancer. They take radiation and heat up to 50 degrees Celsius. That this is the right temperature that will not harm the body to kill the cells of the human body, but will kill the cancer cells specifically because they are a little bit less immune to it. So if you do this treatment from within half a year, you can also involve chemotherapy in the process. And when you do this, you can pretty much, if everything goes right, you can pretty much eliminate the cancer within half a year if everything goes well. But it's still in process. They already get the ADF approved. Not ADF. I don't know what they call.
Yeah, but you have regulatory approval.
Yes, they have already most of the approval. They're already doing experience in Bellingson Hospital in Petah Tikva, and pretty much they're growing every year in size until they can go release their treatment to the market.
So again, to clarify, you're 15 years old. You taught yourself English in a year and a half, and you've developed some strategies that cure cancer.
With the help of my team at New Phase, yes.
And why are you interested in becoming a cardiac surgeon?
Well, since I was little, like 4 years old, 5 years old, I always was interested in the human body, how the human body works, or everything. When you move, what works, when everything goes, what is the blood, everything. So when I was like 4 years old, 5 years old, when I was in the kindergarten, every time the teacher asked me what I want to do when I grow up, I always told them a surgeon, a surgeon, a surgeon. And through the years, I began to understand more of the human body, learn a little bit more myself. For example, like when I was 11 years old, I took a little bit of my time, like 30 hours, and just saw an open heart surgery in 2 times speed because it's really, really slow. But I began to learn this, and it's quite fascinating to me. And I don't afraid of blood, but also the status of a doctor is something that my mother really likes and pushed me to get. So
yeah, it is a high status. And what is the status like here in Ashkelon? I mean, for people who don't know Israel, is this a high status place, a low status place? What is the socioeconomic situation here?
When you are as far as you are from the center, the status goes down. All right. You were in Tel Aviv yesterday, right?
Sure.
Yerushalayim, Tel Aviv, something like that, right?
Yes.
So Yerushalayim and Tel Aviv are the place with the highest standard. When you go a little bit south, like here, you're in the south in Ashkelon, it go a little bit down. When you go more south, it will go down even more. You will go, from what I heard, more south to a few of the kibbutzim and learn everything there. There is a little bit more. Let's say it's the Rot, the city next to Ashkelon. It's less status. The price are in the price are also because when you go far from the center, the price goes down.
So you're in a place with a little less opportunity than you have in the center, and you, like everyone else, well, in fact, maybe more so, are affected by October 7th, right? We're much closer to Gaza here. Has that event had an impact on you? Because I think people want to know how to help, kids and young adults who are maybe impacted by what happened.
Well, academically, I can say that I was impacted because here in Israel, we are go but by Tel Aviv standards. Like what Tel Aviv learned, we have to learn and do the bagut with this. All right, but because we are in Ashkelon, it's quite close to Gaza. We didn't learn for about 3 months because every time that we wanted to learn, they said the rockets here. My personal experience in 7 October was 7 October was Simchat Torah in our, and I began to I did go to with my dad to the Bet Knesset. I don't know how to say Bet Knesset in English, but to the religious place. Mm-hmm. When I was with the Sefer Torah and
synagogue.
When I was in the synagogue and I raised the Bible, because there, when you are in the synagogue, you need to raise, you need to Lagbia. So most of my guys at my synagogue are quite old, so I did it. And suddenly there was a rocket that launched down like 300 alpha kilometers from us, and it shook the whole place down. Like
while you were holding the Torah.
While I was holding everything, and we are continue to pray and begin, and we even have to cut short the pray because everyone wanted to go home to their family to check how everything where everything was and where everything, because let's say my uncle, not my uncle, my dad friends, it's like an uncle to me. The rocket was like two buildings away from here when it launched down, because the Kippat Barzel couldn't keep up with the amount of rockets that launched. And he began to be nervous because there's smoke coming from the east side of the buildings. So he rushed down there and everything. And I just thought that it was nice to have an alarm to wake me up to the prayer. But it was madness. Like everything that you wanted to do, you couldn't. You were nervous most of the time. In my park, the rocket launched in my park, like 20 meters from me, when I was in the building. And it's like madness because every time that there were little kids in my building, they were freaking out, and all of us wanted to keep them down, calm, and everything, so we can continue. And it's not obvious that we can continue from what we did on 7 October and continue to learn and do everything like Elena did in the Atlas Genius program.
Wow. So it's been amazing talking to you. It sounds like a couple things that might help you out are people who can guide you as to what are the requirements for becoming a cardiac surgeon, and maybe some opportunities. Like, are there opportunities you'd be interested in? Are you interested in going to America to see things or to do things? Is there anything in particular that someone who understands this field of medicine could do to help you to achieve this goal?
Well, I can go to America, but I need to check with my dad, finish high school and military and everything.
Right, 15 years old, right.
And after high school, you go to the military also.
For 3 years,
For 2 years in Israel for the boys. And after that, I'm open to go anywhere. I love to go to a place that can teach me a lot and maybe help me for my future and everything. And that's it.
All right. Can you just remind us what is your full name so we can find you?
My name is Daniel Golan. I'm learning in Madaim in Ashkelon. And I'm a gifted student.
Awesome. Hey, thank you. It was awesome meeting you. I appreciate all your time.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.